Hi, folks. Welcome to the SEACATS live stream show. We hope that everybody's doing okay through Omicron. At least 2 of the people in this room have had it. Maybe all of us. First song we're going to play is Battlefield 1942.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I remember me and my friends playing at Dad's house on the weekend till he found the video camera where my friend had recorded an MTV Crib satire of his house about how he had old broken down food, about how the house was broken down too, in periods when my dad lived alone. To go to Safeway and buy groceries for the weekend. We never bought groceries in our lives before that, so we thought the best idea would be to buy a $20 birthday sheet cake. Then Dad would wake us up so early the next morning, so you want to go to Sherry's and get takeout for breakfast? And I would always say yes, even though I was so tired, 'cause I could get chicken fried steak and that was my favorite. We don't mind to get up early if it means there's a chicken fried. We don't mind to get up early if it means there's a chicken fried. Mike and Dad playing Battlefield 1942 on the computer every night. Oh, me lying in my bedroom, suicidal, sometimes trying to hide that I was talking on the phone to my high school girlfriend nightly. Oh, things in our relationship got pretty crazy, yo. Things got out of control so quickly, yo. Shouts out to my mother, but while I was in my room fighting off the dark, oh, I left my brother out there with a hungry tiger, and I should have been there to protect him for sure, but I was so weighed down by the things in my head. I still wish now that I could have been there with him. Oh, been there as my dad used the game they were playing as an excuse to get mad at Mike. It's such bullshit now that I'm an adult and I understand. Dad would get drunker and drunker and eventually black out most nights when we were over at his house. This night we weren't so lucky though. He got this idea in his head. He starts yelling at Mike, "Mike, you shot me in the game. That's friendly fire." Mike's just playing games with his dad. He's having fun. He's like, I didn't. He's like, "You're a liar." I come out. Everybody's fighting and screaming. Dad decides the best thing to do is just to send us home for the night. That's just how things were for Mike and I back then. Oh, things in our houses were a total circus. Oh, I remember one time when I was at Dad's house, my friend locked me in the den with a picture he found on my dad's computer. He found it in a search. It was a picture of my dad's dick. Dad had sent it to a family friend. It was one of my friend's moms, and so my friend thought it'd be funny to lock me in the room with it. but the nice thing about having crazy parents who are going insane, sometimes they go a long ways to please you with material objects to try to make up for the way that they will emotionally neglect you. But one nice thing that my dad did for Mike and I is he bought us the entire Rock Band game set, and it was so prohibitively expensive back then that I thought I would never even get to play it. Instead, I was the first kid on the block with the game. I was so excited to get my whole friend group over, play the drums, bass, guitar, sing at the same time. My dad even set up a cool sound system for us. Mike and I would play the game when we were alone. It was sort of a precursor to the kinds of things we do now. I think about it now, I think it's kind of beautiful. We were just playing that game, and oh, we play, play, we play, play, we play, play, we play. Say It Ain't So by Weezer, we play, play, we play, play, we play, play, we play. Sharp Dressed Man by ZZ Top. I feel bad, the little boy was dealing with such darkness, so much pressure that I felt to be fully formed back then. Oh, every mistake was a reason to feel like I was less than a person, but especially that I couldn't find a girl. I was obsessed with the idea that I was a fucking loser, 'cause a couple of my friends had gotten girlfriends first. And I knew that I was unlovable the way I was then. So I write in my notebook about how I couldn't be loved, about my dark feelings and the way I would hide them. Oh, it's amazing to me the way my songs can sometimes be things that I wouldn't understand. It's 15 years later, I'll play you the first song now that I ever wrote. It's not a great one, but I like the way the lyrics acknowledge that I was hiding the darkness that I felt. Oh, I think art gives us a window to the subconscious processes. When I told you that I was fine, then you know that I lied. I told you that, so I tried to be a good boy and follow you and always follow the rules, but it drove me totally crazy till I couldn't see straight. So last year my mind finally started opening up to the way I used idealization as a defense mechanism against unregistered childhood pain, unregistered hypercam, unregistered sex offender, unregistered